Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Maurice Côté. Maurice Côté is a seasoned IT InfoSec professional and business architect with decades of experience in the B2B software development industry. He currently serves as the Vice President of Business Solutions at Devolutions, a growing software company that provides organizations of all sizes worldwide with a suite of universal password and access management solutions. Maurice is also the product owner of Devolutions' Privileged Access Management module and is passionate about ensuring that Devolutions customers are optimizing their performance, impact, and results. Well, good afternoon, Maurice. Welcome to the show.
Well, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We're excited to have you today. And what's really cool is now I've traversed the globe, talked to people in many industries across 35 countries, but we're now spending some time north of the border, I'd say north of the United States and Canada. So thank you for joining. And Maurice, we're going to jump right into these questions. We got some things that we'd like to get out about your story to our global audience. So jumping into your career, you've got a great career in technology as a software engineer, architect, and now the VP of Business Solutions of Devolutions. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Well, it's been a nice trip. Looking back, I was interested in startups from the get-go. Just the mentality, being a go-getter and never saying no to an opportunity. After my career in the service, I was in the Canadian Air Force. I joined quite soon a few startups. Sadly, some of them didn't stick. But when you're in a startup, you have to do a lot of things. Let's say we were 5 employees, and someone needs to set up the network. Someone needs to learn about firewalls. Then you need to learn about load balancing. So it's always an opportunity of trying new things, just because they need to get done.
Thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. And as you stated quite succinctly around, having small teams and having to wear different hats, at the end of the day, I think it makes us humans more adaptable. So I appreciate you sharing that. And Maurice, we're going to jump a little bit about this pandemic, right? We've had some lockdowns and now it's kind of starting to lift, but there's this new Delta variant. I guess my question is, what are your plans for business growth going forward? And will it be any different than during the lockdown?
Well, for us, we were quite lucky because we sell online mostly, and it's all inbound marketing and all, word of mouth, because it's quite challenging to compete with the big players out there. So we're just going to continue the same roadmap, getting the word out there, being more present on various medias, like podcasts we're doing with you, a lot of articles we're publishing, and trade shows. So just getting people really aware that we have a solution that helps them, because it mostly sells itself. We help a lot in productivity, and when they realize that they have a tool that really will allow them to gain productivity, it's an easy sell. So our struggle is getting out there and getting really presence. And that's what we're focusing on after coming out of this pandemic.
You're absolutely right. I think, when people are looking for different ways, trying to innovate, because the pandemic has made such a large impact on their business, it is so important that we start to look at other ways to do things more efficiently. So your products are obviously something that companies do want today, and we're going to get the word out today around what Devolutions is doing. So thank you very much. And Maurice, you're obviously leveraging some new and emerging technologies within your tech stack, right? Is there anything you might be able to share with us today?
Well, obviously, a lot of our customers, as ourselves, have moved to the cloud for identity providers. We're using Azure AD for a major part of our infrastructure, but for some of our online services, we've played with Kubernetes and so on. So the trick is to get really motivated personnel on there, and obviously get expertise where you can get help, and not be afraid of asking around and looking for improving all of that infrastructure. That was really great for us. We've had the luxury of being able to get access to resources that were experts in the field, and that's really what we focused on, and that improved the adoption really drastically on our end. Because we do serve customers, and we're a small, medium business ourselves, but our level of maturity in the cybersecurity spectrum is quite up there. So because we serve customers in the cybersecurity field, so we've had to really up our game. We went after SOC 2 compliance, ISO 27001 compliance, and that helped us grow really tremendously.
I think being diversified in the various technologies and platforms will obviously make you a company that will be more competitive in their business and be able to serve more customers and support their needs. So thank you for sharing that. And I do love to dive into tech. Maurice, as you and I both worked in the technology field for so many years. So thank you. And Maurice, last question. Our audience would like to learn more about you, right? Could you share something maybe from your career experience that might be helpful for someone looking to grow their career in either tech or leadership?
Well, it's going to be cliche. It's obviously never stop learning and being curious. As I mentioned earlier, we've had to learn about all of these new practices for a SOC 2, let's say. So that changed our business really extensively, just because we were not following best practices, but that it gives such a framework around your practices that it seeps through the whole business, even for those areas that we did not pursue a certification. So again, just being curious. I like never say no. You just go after a challenge and you pursue it and you do your research, and most likely you'll learn something, and it will improve your whole career. Because you'll be able to exchange with partners, customers, and just gain a better understanding of that the whole business we're in, because I still learn really daily. It's crazy the amount of stuff that we're exposed to, and the bad guys are becoming smarter by the day as well. So we just need to improve our agility and follow the bad guys. In fact, being ahead of them.
You're absolutely right. It's one of these, we live in this area that they call it Industry 4.0, and we have to be thinking ahead. We can't do things that we used to do. And Maurice, you and I both know that back in the day, it was just about keeping the lights on, but now it's much more than that. There's much more expected. So appreciate the share on the innovation and some of the things that you and Devolutions are doing. And Maurice, it was a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Well, thank you so much.
Bye for now.